Wilson, you to the Golf Club 2 and another couple of practice rounds on Royal Birkdale in preparation event coming up at the end of the week in the Four Nations. Just about to start the round. I just want to make sure the stream is all working perfectly. It looks like it is. I'm going to see if I can find it in resumable because I did play a couple of rounds last night on pin set 1 and 2. I just want to see whether I can jump in and play. Doesn't look like I can, but I do know that it is in my favourites. So let's have a look in there. 0 games for me. Early doors into the stream. Welcome along, my friend, and to all those other people that have joined. There are a couple of people in already, so thank you very much for joining. Let's see if I can find it in here. If not, I'll just search for it the old-fashioned way. Let's have a look. Can't see it there. I'll probably look through a couple of pages just to see if I can find it. Not there. It's a little while ago that I actually played this, so I say that a little while ago that I actually played it before the practice rounds I played last night. That's what I mean. Alright, doesn't look like I'm going to be able to find it. I may be able to search in my favourites. Oh, there it is. Just as I did that, it popped up. Don't go back to the first page. There we go. That's the one I'm playing. Alright, new round. So last night in the video, if you haven't checked it out, go and check it out. I played a round on pin set number 1. And then I played a round straight afterwards on pin set number 2. And the reason I'm doing this in this particular video, this live stream, is going to be a round on pin set number 3 and a round on pin set number 4. So 36 holes of golf. And the reason I'm doing this is just to try and firstly get a feel for the course, because this is the Defend Your Turf event in the Four Nations. So we've played 2 RCR courses. And now we have come on to one of the home courses. So this one was selected at random, and it is my home course. The benefit of it being my home course is that I'm allowed to practice on the course as much as possible. The other 3 guys in the Four Nations, that is Lee Walker, early 1981, representing Scotland. Cathalos 1991, that's Core Hill, he is playing for Ireland. And then Phil Nash, Enforcer 3891, he's playing for Wales. These guys, because it's not their home course, they are not allowed to play. They're not allowed to practice. So it's all about trying to capitalise at the moment. I also get to choose the the pin set, the tees and the pins, to be honest with you. But I think the only thing that really makes... I mean, we're going to play off the back tees no matter what. But it's just the pin set. For those of you that haven't checked out pin set 1 and 2, the video that I posted up yesterday, pin set 1 was not the greatest of rounds. I shot a -3. It's still under par, but there was a few bogeys scattered in there. And then round number 2, which was on pin set number 2, I shot a 10 under par. So contrasting rounds there. Just a quick hello to the people that have just joined the stream and have posted something in the chat. Matthew Brown. Hey Tim, how you lad? I played Royal Birkdale on pin 2 and got -9. So yeah, there we go. Matthew played well there as well. David Doubtfire answered my first question already, Tim, with stream set up tonight. Okay, great. And 0 games for me. I've already said hello, but welcome to the stream. Everybody that's in here, for those of you that have left comments and those of you that are nice and quiet. Right, let's see if we can get this close to the flag. It's playing 162. I might take a smidge off of this. So we are playing pin set 3. Oh, that was straight over the top of the flag. I have said to Phil that I will let him know after this particular video where we're playing, well, where I am playing 36 holes of golf. 1 on pin set 3, 1 on pin set 4, that I will make a decision because I get to choose which of the pin sets we would like to, or I would like us to use for the event this weekend. Oh, that's a good birdie to start. Joe Bruce, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the comment. How you doing? Nice to see you in here again. That is a 3 on the opening par 4, so we get off with a nice birdie. Nice left to right putt and then back right to left. So Matthew Brown saying, I designed a fantasy course, it's called San Diego Golf Club. So there you go. Everybody that's in the stream now knows about that. So go and play it, guys. See what you think. I'll probably give it a play as well. Alright, 109 yards to the pin. 7 mile an hour wind. 5 feet uphill. So it's probably playing 111. Let's hope this wind pushes this on a little bit. A little bit fast on the backswing. Could come up a bit short. But that looks okay. Yeah, that looks good. That's going to come up below the hole as well. That is a shame. Apparently, Tim, he uses his middle name as his YouTube identifier. You're going to have to give me a little bit more detail than that, David, because I have no idea what you mean, fella. Oh, what an absolute robbery that was. 90-degree turn on the cup. Probably didn't allow enough, but we pick up a par. So still 1 under par through 3. Stroke index 13. Ian Short, welcome to the stream. Hi Tim, I played this course and found putting tough. There is a lot of movement on the greens. There is no doubt about that. There is an awful lot of movement. So it does make putting very, very tough. You need to try and get it dead close to the flag, which isn't always easy, granted. 165 into a little bit of wind. Let's see if we can use this club. Hopefully it's got the legs. Fast again on the backswing, so I've got to be a little bit careful with that. Probably not going to make it up that slope. No, it's not. So, like what I was just saying, like what in response to Ian's comment that putting is tough, you can see that if you don't get it close enough, you are left with these very long putts that move from left to right quite a lot. So even though it's showing 4 inches, this is going to move wickedly from right to left. 27 feet. You can see that really starting to swing now, and that wasn't a million miles away. The weight was perfect, just I added a little bit too much to the brake. Alright, we've got 16 people in the stream now. If you've just joined, welcome along. Thanks for joining. Alright, 208 yards to the pin. 9 mile an hour wind. That's a better strike. Let's see if the wind does its work. That's definitely going to be underneath the hole because it's not quite going to make it up onto that ridge, but that is definitely the right side of the hole. We don't want to be putting down the hill. We've still got a little bit of right to left movement here. Once more, I slightly over allowed and hit it a little too hard. Maybe with a little less oomph that may have turned a bit more, but let's make sure we... Ooh, thought that was going to break more than it did. Jerry, welcome to the stream, fella. Matthew, I am pretty sure that is not the case. I don't think the wind is at all determined by how many trees are on the course. So So this is the one that I've been toying with on so many rounds so far. I'm really trying to get this as close to the green as possible. And I'm toying with trying something new again here. Fast on the backswing. Is that going to be to my detriment? That has moved massively to the left. That has jumped from one side of the fairway to the other. And that's all because it hit that bank. But not to worry, not to worry. Pin's right in the back, so that gives us a good opportunity to try and get up and down from here. Came off the club nicely. Is it going to hold up? Yeah, I'll take that all day long. So that should yield another birdie. There we go. So it does pay off when you get quite close to the green. I think I'm probably trying to take on more than necessary. You could probably just smack it down there with a 2-iron or a hybrid and have 100 yards into the flag and still get it as close as you do with a 45-yard lob wedge or something along those lines. Right, let's try and keep this nice and close to the corner. I want to try and eliminate that fast backswing that I've got in there. That's better, and it's nice and straight. Jason Donahue, welcome to the stream. I haven't seen your name pop up before, so welcome if you're new. 2019 is probably going to be coming out in the autumn, I believe. That's as much information as I have, which isn't probably an awful lot more than anybody else can provide you, but that's what I know. Didn't quite allow enough on the backswing again, and that is gonna... Oh, what an absolute bounce. Through the bunker. Through the bunker. Jack, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Z, how you doing? Nice to see you again. Let's see if we can roll this puppy up to the flag. That should be enough to get the par. Jason, I have played World Golf Tour. I played it a little bit on PC and I played it a little bit on the iPad. I haven't played enough to give it my honest assessment. I was all about the Tiger Woods series early doors when it first came out, and obviously that's fallen by the wayside now, so it's all about the golf club at the moment. That's a better strike. Alright, now we've got to hope the wind doesn't take this too far, and I spoke too soon. That is off the back of the green, and it's in the heavy rough. Leo Noriega. New time game, having difficulty aiming the shot. Course moves when aiming. The course will move if you use the opposite stick, but not sure what you mean by that. I kind of AV that straight swing, tired of pushing mine. Yeah, it doesn't always go straight, and those of you that have been watching me for a while will know that I still struggle occasionally with a push and a pull every now and again, so it's not all plain sailing, I can assure you. What do we got? We got 13 yards. Get in. Oh yes, we'll take that. So that's 3 under par. I think I've played 8 now. Let's have a look. I've played 7. So we're tracking nicely at the moment. I definitely think this pin set is tougher than 2, but not as tough as 1. That's a better swing. Ryan McConnell, that's another new name. I tend to pull in one round and push in the very next. Yeah, I played much better in my second round yesterday, you know, with regards to distances and getting a little bit more consistent with the swing. I find, I mean, there have been people in my comments that have said, no, it doesn't matter how often you play, I can pick up a controller and I can shoot this and that and the other. I'm very much the kind of player that needs to be playing regularly in order to keep a certain amount of consistency. I do envy those people that can pick up a controller and shoot a good score straight off the bat, but it's not me, that's for damn sure. Starting to warm up a little bit now. Swing's going nicely. Distance control's not so great at the moment. That was way short. What's the best way to aim shot? Right stick. So when I'm moving around, I'm using the D-pad to aim. That's what I use. I don't use the sticks at all. I swing with the left stick, but I use the D-pad to move it around. All right, so we've got 50 feet, 1 foot uphill. Let's have a look, see the movement. Let's use what Corhill, Cathalos 1991, he calls the snail cam. I don't know how to... There we go. He calls this the snail cam. That's movement from left, from left, from left. Alright, so it's all from the left. 50 feet. Uphill. And that is going to be way short. I thought I hit that quite hard. That's going to leave me with a little tester here for the par. That's okay. And that just gives you a really good example of what happens when you don't hit your approach shot close enough to the flag. You put yourself under that unnecessary pressure of hitting a long putt close. And, you know, I didn't hit mine anywhere near as close as what I should have. I'm going to try and use this wind and that bank to push this onto the fairway. I did it successfully in round number 2. See if I can do it in round number 3. Get over the top. Okay, it's going to hit that down slope and you can see it really pushes it on. It's going to be about 315 yards, I would have thought. Yeah. And it's smack bang in the middle of the short stuff. So that ball is slightly below my feet, so let's move that over to the left a little. Got 80 yards to the pin. Excuse me. Probably playing 83. Let's take a little off of this. I've hit a fast, so that's going to go left. Didn't affect it too much. Gotta have your Wheaties, Tim. Yeah, I took too much. I added too much loft onto that previous one. Do the servers sometimes dictate play quality in terms of in particularly lag on the PS4 system, especially when broadcasting in Europe? No, not at all. I don't think... I've heard other people say that, and I don't think the servers have anything to do with it. But that is just, as I say, bear in mind, anything that gets said on this channel is my opinion. People can disagree with it. They can agree with it. I really don't mind. I don't believe that the servers have anything to do with the play at all. Massively undercalculated there. Alright, that's 9 holes in the bag. That is 3 under par. Yet to drop a shot, which is always good. That always tends to be, for those of you that have watched me play on more than one occasion, you know that I'm always trying to shoot a bogey-free round. Any yellow numbers or green numbers on the scorecard are an added bonus. Trying to keep those horrible red ones off there. And that should be probably about 100 yards into the flag. There we go, 97 yards. And that is going to move wickedly to the left, I think, with the wind and the ground. That needs to come back a little. That didn't come back. I should have put a little loft on that. Once more, this is moving both ways, so I'm probably just going to put it on the right edge. Slightly downhill, not moving an awful lot from an elevation point of view. Should dive now. Oh, hit it too hard. Hit it too hard. Cheeky little 5-footer. Oh, and I've missed it. So that is exactly what somebody was saying the other day. That was what's known as the commentator's curse. Talking over my game on the hole that I played, saying I hadn't got a bogey and I wanted to try and keep it a bogey-free round, and then I go and get a bogey on hole number 10. Disappointing, disappointing. Am I far from Royal Birkdale? I am a long way away from the Royal Birkdale, probably 3 hours drive. Ian Shaw, is it possible to remove the pins when chipping, as they always hit the pin and stay out? They don't stay out. If you get them right, they'll drop. You can't remove the pins when you're chipping, but you can put the pins back in when you're on the green. Alright, so this pin's in quite a good position. Right at the back of the green. It sort of funnels up to the flag, so we want to be hitting this. This is quite a difficult one because we've got a slope, so that's going to move the ball to the left. The wind's also going to push the ball to the left. Let's see if that comes back in. Little bit big, little bit big. Right, that is moving a little from the left. Didn't move at all. Did not move at all. And I hit that straight as well. That's another one of those breaks that just doesn't seem to do anything. And you watch, I'll hit this one straight. And it went straight. But there's lines moving from right to left. I don't understand that at all, because those putts are pretty much bang on line. But 2 under par, this is going very, very similar to round number 1 yesterday. So we'll see how round number 4 goes. Swinging the club a little bit better. Added quite a bit of loft to that, so I'm hoping that's going to slow and stop just near the flag. See, that's exactly what I was saying earlier. I mean, that's a par 3, a tee shot on a par 3 is very much like an approach shot on a 4 or a 5. If you can get it within 6 or 7 feet, or anything sub 10 feet, you're going to give yourself a good opportunity at a birdie. The chances of you getting a birdie anything above 10 feet is, you know, it's the ratio of you actually being successful on that shot is reduced, or the ratio becomes a lot greater. Sean McCamley, welcome to the stream. Anyone else found the GW, the gap wedge, a little broken? Lofting, de-lofting, it seems a little off in terms of yardage, at least I've found. I don't tend to have that much of a problem with the gap wedge. Are you talking a fully, you know, a full gap wedge shot, 85 yards, or are you talking about a pitch shot, flop shot? Alright, stroke index 2, long par 4, 500 odd yards. Let's see if we can keep this right in the middle of that fairway. I want to try and keep away from that mound, but that is going to run right up on that mound, and that ball is going to be below my feet and also on the upslope. So this is going to be an interesting shot. 205 yards to the pin. I think I'm going to try and roll this up there. It's definitely going to move left to right. Yeah, you can see that starting to come round. That may come up a little short. Yeah, it is. Is it going to stay out the bunker? Just on the edge of the bunker. Alright, 19 yards to the pin. 4 feet uphill. 16 yards carry. Oh, I was hoping to show you there, Sean. I know it wasn't Sean. Who was it that was saying about the pins? Ian. I was hoping to show you there, fella, but didn't manage to get it in. Alright, so we haven't moved on from 3 under. It's been a fairly solid round, apart from that one blemish. Right, 212 yards to the flag. 8-mile-an-hour wind. 205 yard carry. Let's take a bit off of that. Pulled it very slightly. That's still going to be long. I should have clubbed down. I mean, I put a lot of loft on that 2-iron. I'm starting to come to the realization that the loft on the 2-iron makes very little difference. It's very much like the loft on the 3-wood. The loft on the 3-wood hangs it up in the air quite a lot, but the 2-iron doesn't seem to make an awful lot of difference. That's another one that just skirts the edge. Right, we managed to pick up the par, so it's okay. We're still 3 under, so really need to start making some birdies. So 15 and 17 are both par 5s. That's not a foregone conclusion that they are birdieable. I didn't birdie either of them in round number 1. I birdied both in round number 2. That's good to get off the box like that. That's going to put me in position A. Smack bang in the middle of the fairway. 315 yards down there. That's going to make this hole an awful lot shorter. It's going to give me... it's going to give me around 200 yards. Now, we've got the 4-iron. It was the 4-iron last time, so the 4-iron doesn't give you that much of a lofting element. So let's club down to the 5-iron and see if we can roll it in there. Is it going to come up short? I think it will come up short. Unless it gets a really, really good roll up the slope, it's going to come up a wee bit short, but we should be able to have a nice little chip shot in here. Let's see if we can get one in. Oh, that's because I hit the side of the flag. I didn't hit it straight on. Now that was for the eagle, that's for the birdie, so that takes it to 4 under par. I don't have any hybrids in my bag. Zero. I carry a driver and a 3-wood, and then I go for a 2-iron. I just like the distance. I've got all my clubs at a really good. There's a really good gap in the distances. That is playing pretty much bang on that yardage. Just need to hit it straight now, and I've pulled that. Question is, how much is it going to affect the shot? Not too much, and it got a nice little bounce to the right. Ryan McConnell, I think it's because it goes by percentage. One step D-loft will add more yards on an 85-yard gap wedge in the same increment on a 6-iron. Alright, let's see if we can roll this up. It's very much downhill, so we don't want this careering past the hole. It's only 11 feet. Let's see if we can just get this moving. Oh, and it just grabs it in the left-hand side. So let's see if we can get a string of 3 birdies here. We've got another par 5 coming up now. It would be good to finish at 5 or 6 under par. It's going to help me make up my decision as to what pin set to select. Now, I don't know the creator of this course and how he's actually put these pins together, whether it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday pins, or whether they are complete random placements. I have no idea. Right, so 267 to the pin. We may be able to trickle this up onto the green, you know. It was a nice strike. It was a very nice strike. If this can get a good bounce, it's going to get on the green. And it's going to be about 30 odd feet, I would have thought. Tim, what's the difference in rollout with all the clubs? Oh, it's so difficult. I mean, I normally allow for 3 yards of rollout, but it depends on how soft the greens are. I mean, these greens are hard. They're firm greens, but they're not fast from a putting perspective. Oh, Phil, I am properly taking full advantage, my friend. Properly. So Phil's one of the guys in the Four Nations that isn't allowed to practice. So he is probably eyeing up the course at the moment, trying to get some tips. Sean McCamley, breaking news. The PGA have called Cathalos 1991 in for a drugs test following his performance in the most recent Home Nations event. And yeah, I wonder why. 15 under par. Absolute sublime performance. Absolutely brilliant. Alright, 3 birdies on the bounce. 6 under par. Let's see if we can finish with a flurry. A little bit fast on the backswing, but it shouldn't affect the direction. It's going to be a long shot into this green. I was going to say that's going to be a fairly low stroke index because that is still almost 200 yards. That's going to get a kick to the right. Yes, giving ourselves every opportunity of picking up a birdie on the last. And that's a birdie on the last. So that's going to be 7 under par with a bogey in there. That's not too bad. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump straight into a new round on pin set number 4. So I've played 1, 2 and 3 now. I'm just going to play a round on 4. And then I'm then going to make a decision and let Phil know what to set up the society event with. I've got something in my head right now, but I'm not committing just yet. That's the hole and the tee shot that I didn't really want to pull that. I need a kick to the right. Yes. And people that have been watching me for a while will probably refer to that as a Wilson bounce. 160 yards to the flag. 7 mile an hour wind. $155. I'm probably gonna have to. Get up. Yeah, get a bounce to the right. Oh yes. Beautiful. A little bit of rollout, but that's going to be okay. We grab a birdie on the first. I grabbed a birdie on the first last time and it sort of plateaued for a few holes. So let's see if I can keep the momentum going this time. For those people that have just joined the stream, this is Royal Birkdale. This is my 4th and final practice round probably. I may do one more depending on time, but not today. Just to try and establish what pin set to use for the Four Nations event that starts on Thursday. This is a Defend Your Turf event where Royal Birkdale being my home course as in England, I get to practice on the course, whereas the other guys in the Four Nations, the guys representing Scotland, Ireland and Wales, don't get to practice, and the same will be in play for when we get to play their home courses. You know, I won't be able to practice on Celtic Manor, which is Phil's course, or St Andrews, which is Lee's course, or Ballybunion, which is Corehill's course. So, yeah, it's all fair. It's a little bit more interesting. It spices things up a bit when they're not able to practice. I don't think that wind is going to push that up there. Just got to hope this doesn't go too far. Looks okay. Should stop fairly smartish. Yeah, that's okay. It's a tough putt though. 2 inches down. Just going to trickle this down. Is it going to drop? Ooh, that was close. And that's those percentages I was telling you about. You know, you get outside of 10 feet and it does make the putt significantly harder. I think it also breeds confidence as well. You know, when you get a putt that's 6 or 7 feet from the hole, you sort of think to yourself, yeah, I can have this one. But when it's 14 feet, that doubt starts to creep into your mind. Putt becomes a little further away. It looks a lot further away. Right, this is a par 4, stroke index 13. Let's take a little off of this, not too much. That swung nicely. Let's see if the wind brings this in. Ooh. I only took a smidge off of that, and that might be that wind was very, very slightly into my face, but leaves me with a chip shot. Let's see if we can get this nice and close. That's going to leave me about 4 or 5 feet. Six feet, and that's in for the par. Tim, how come you didn't wear this shirt in the second round? I did. I've been wearing this for all Four Nations events. I haven't actually changed it since I actually set it up. So yeah, this is definitely the shirt I wore for the Four Nations first and second round. 214 to the flag. 205. So this is the 4-iron. I'm going to go with this club. That wind is starting to pull it back in. This could be good. If it gets a nice roll out, this could be good. Yeah, just... Is it going to hit the slope on the edge of the green? Ooh, just holds on the green. Just holds on the green. So we pick up a birdie there. Tim, read my message above. Watch out for next week. I have something up my sleeve. I'm intrigued. I am intrigued. Alright, I'm going to try this once more because I want to see whether I can get this on the green. I probably won't be as bold in the actual round to try these kind of things, but this is the perfect opportunity to do it. See that? With the wind behind, I reckon you could thread the needle there. And being in the bunker is not the end of the world. The flop shot's not as easy as it was in the Golf Club 1. But that's okay. That's going to give me a really, really achievable birdie putt. So 3 under through 5. Going along a little better than round number 3. Let's just try and get this down the corner. I pushed it a little, but I don't think it will be in trouble. No. It's just going to scoot on past the corner. Right, and that pin looks like it's in the back left. Yeah, back right at the back. So that makes this a very, very long hole. Punch shot. Don't know why I did that. 192, 202, 8 mile an hour wind. The only problem is coming in from this shallow angle, i.e. the left hand side of the fairway, when you hit one of those bumps it could go anywhere. So that's the only thing I'm worried about here. Let's see what happens. Now it's going to hit a bump. It just jumped to the left a little, but that's okay. I am not too disheartened by that. It's just trickled off the green, but that's okay. Would you be naturally less risky when something is at stake? I've played that shot all 4 rounds, David, so you know, I may even play it again when I play the event. I don't think it's that risky a shot unless you had a sort of 14, 15 mile an hour wind into your face where there's a risk of it going in the water. It's not that risky a shot. Alright, 3 birdies on the bounce, so going along well. Next week, if the guys are available, the Four Nations guys will put to the test with a turn order partner in next event. Only one player from each pairing needs to stream the round, or you can live stream it. Next week, if the guys are available, the Four Nations guys will be put to the test with a turn order partner in next event. Only one pairing from each needs to stream the round, or you can live stream it. I've got to get my head around that. So what you're saying is that Scotland's going to team up with either England, Ireland or Wales, and the other two will pair up together, and then the winning team wins the event? I suppose I just need to get my head around it a little bit. Alright, it's nice and straight. Has it got the legs? Oh, it looks good. Looks good. Yeah, and it's held up. It hit that bank and it held up nicely. Sean McCamley was pulling my tee shots last night to the point where I started adding a little fade. First shot with the fade I hit straight and went way right. Yeah, you should never, I mean, and that's even in real golf. I mean, the number one rule of golf is don't correct a mistake with another mistake. You should just try and correct the mistake. Don't try and do something to counteract it. Just try and do something to correct the initial mistake. That was a lot of break on that putt. No, it's against all. No, it's all against all still, but you'll be playing alongside your rival nation. The pairings will be drawn at random. I don't get it, Phil. I don't get it. So what's the benefit of playing in pairs? Alright, that's the first time I've gone that far up the left hand side and the wind didn't bring me back in as much as what I thought it was going to. 152, it's playing 155. A little bit fast on the backswing. The question is it going to have the legs to get there? I see the flag. That could get a nice little roll off that bank. It did push it forward a little. That's going to give me around 10 feet for the birdie. Sorry, 13 feet. Get up there. Ooh. Alright, so a couple of back-to-back pars there. Right, let's go over the bushes again. We've got the wind behind us, so we should be able to get a really good distance if I can hit it straight. Beautiful strike. Beautiful. That should be right on the back. Oh, no. I try to take too much on. And it's come back and bit me in the arse. So this will be about trying to salvage par, because I don't think I'm going to get this close. No. And that's still rolling. Yeah, that's coming all the way back off the bank. So that has gone from a really good birdie opportunity, trying to take on too much, thinking the wind was really going to push that into the middle of the fairway, to hitting the bank on the wrong side and it kicking to the right. So Phil's messaged again. We're still playing one course, but the round, instead of us all playing singly, you play your round with another nation. So example, TPC Sawgrass, England and Ireland in one group, Scotland and Wales in another. Right, so we're not playing all four of us, you're just playing with one other guy. Okay, alright, but it's turn order. What's the benefit of doing that, Phil? Alright, now I am in trouble because that's going to come back off the green. No, 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 no. And it's even further than what I was. Alright, so we're going to drop a shot on... Well, I don't really know why he would want to prevent 4 streams, David, because surely it's entirely up to the individual whether they stream it or not. Get up there. Right, that's going to be about, I was going to say about 11 feet, but it's 14 feet. Not ideal. And I bogeyed 9. I didn't make an awful lot of noise about it because I was reading the chat, but I have got a bogey in this round. And this one is descending a little bit. I haven't scored anything since about 5 or 6. Yeah, 6. So, not playing too great here either. It's early doors though, early doors. We've just taken the turn. We've got those 2 par 5s coming up at the back end of the round. I want to put this out on the right hand side, just to get a good angle on that flag. Let's get up that slope, please. No, we're going to have the ball's going to be above my feet now. Bite. I'll explain in PSN and then we can all decide, pal. Certainly not preventing the guys from streaming. It's their channel to do so and I encourage them to stream all rounds. Just want to clarify. And that's fine. I mean, I don't mind what we do, mate. I was the one that was saying in the PSN chat, I'm happy to do 2 events per week. But, you know, it's the majority rule that we were playing one event. I don't mind how we do it. I like to mix things up. It makes it a little bit more interesting and it keeps it nice and fresh. So yeah, I'm quite happy to do whatever, buddy. I'm gonna try and fade this one in here. Let's try something a little bit different. 195 to the flag. I don't do enough shot shaping. I think I probably put a bit too much on this. I've put a lot on this. Oh, goodness me. Alright, still picked up the par, so that's good. Added a bit too much fade on there. That's 4 under par. 4 under par. Going along okay at the minute. Could have done with being further down the right hand side. That's also kick left as well, so that's going to give me a really tough angle on that flag, because it looked like it was tucked away on the left hand side. Yeah, look at that. I've not got a lot of room to work with here. A little bit fast. Is it going to have the legs to get there? No. That is terrible. That's a couple of really poor shots I've played there. "19 yards to the pin." Let's see if we can throw this up and get it to spin back. Which way is it going to come? Should come back. There we go. Okay, stop. Oh, look how much it's rolled back. That's going to be like a 10-foot putt now. Still managed to convert it. Alright, we're coming into the back end of the round now. Par 3, 14th hole. I do feel that these pins are a lot more tucked away than the others. Is that going to be too big? That's okay, that's alright. That's still going to be 10 feet plus though. A little bit too far. 14 feet, not too bad. Should start to swing now. Yes. So what's that, 5 under par? 5 under par. Finished the last one at 7, I think. Alright, we're on to the first of those par 5s. Not much wind to speak of on the tee shot here. I think it was about 4 or 5 miles an hour. I'm just going to try and keep this one in the fairway, which we've successfully done. Alright, 2 pins in... Not a million miles away. 226. It is going to move drastically to the left. Right, we're on in 2. Is it going to hold the green? It has held the green. Yep, we're on. And it's about 25 feet, I think. 32 feet, so a little bit further than I thought. And moving a lot. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. And that's a brutal putt for birdie. But we managed to get it in. Sub 10 feet, birdie, 6 under par. 3 holes left. Let's see if we can get another couple in here. I birdied these 3 last time, so 15, 16, 17. Slice of much of that corner off as we can. That should be about 315 again. Well, we've got a fair amount of green to play with. Really throwing this up there, hoping the wind's going to push it forward a little. Yes, that's going to be about 7 or 8 feet. 7 feet. Still not a foregone conclusion, but makes the putt an awful lot easier. That's 2 out of the 3. 15, 16, 17 are fast becoming my 3 favourite holes, but we've also birdied 14 in there, so that throws that one into the mix. We are now 7 under the par. Let's see if we can get another one here. That will take us to 8. I was hoping to keep this as far down the left as possible because that pin is tucked very much in the right hand side, and I want to give myself as much of a break coming into this flag, because look at that, look at these bumps, look at that one there and that one there, and you really have to try and fly it over the top, so it's very, very difficult to try and get into this flag. Ooh, pushed it big time. May even be over the fence. It's in the right garbage. Alright, let's see if we can still manage to salvage. Ooh, 30 yards to the pin. It's going to leave me a birdie putt, but it's a long birdie putt. That's going to be about 30 feet, I think. No, and I haven't hit that either. Ah, that's frustrating. That is frustrating. That's what happens when you try and go for the green. And that only just sinks that par putt. Alright, let's see if Tim can do a Justin Rose on 18. Enlighten me, what did Justin Rose do on 18? Right, just shy of 300 yards. 180 to the flag. Really needed to be down the right. If I was down the right, I'd have a much better angle in. I'd be looking at that as opposed to looking at that, because that is horrible. And I've hit a slow. It's going to get me on the green, but nowhere near the flag. Nowhere near. Well, I think my chat's frozen, so just give me a second, guys. I'm just going to reload this page. Let's see if we can do this putt. 38 feet, 1 foot uphill. That's as near as damn it. Right. I'm hoping you guys can still hear me, because I've completely lost the chat. I've lost the stream. I've lost the whole shooting match at the minute. So I'm hoping you guys can hear me. If you can, and you did enjoy the stream, if you're watching this live, hit that like button. I'd appreciate it. If you're watching this on YouTube afterwards and you enjoy the video, smash that like button. Leave some comments in the box below. If you're new to the channel in the stream, and also if you're new to the channel in YouTube, then subscribe to the channel by hitting that little subscribe button just below the video on the right hand side. Also, if you'd like notifications when new videos get posted up online, and or when I start a live stream, hit that notification bell just to the right of the subscription button. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. I was hoping to do some AO tennis last night. I didn't get round to doing it because it was pretty late and I still needed to get my videos edited, rendered and up onto YouTube before the end of the night. So I'm hoping to do some AO tennis tomorrow. Look out for the next event, which will be the Defend Your Turf. These are the practice rounds for that event. That will be starting on Thursday. I would imagine Lee will be posting his video up first because he tends to play on a Thursday. And the rest of the guys will follow suit. Probably Phil and Corhill may play on a Friday. I tend to play on a Saturday morning, unless I get a gap on a Friday or I have a day off work. But until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for tuning in if you've been watching on the live stream, and I will see you guys again soon. Take care. Bye now.